Hello friends, welcome to the tutorial of C programming, and in this video we are going to study continuous statement. So in last video we saw break statement, and this video will cover continuous statement. So the behavior of continuous statement is exactly opposite of a break statement, and it is used in loops. Okay, where this continuous statement is used, it is used in loop. Break statement is used in loops as well as switch control structure, whereas continuous statement is used in loop only. Now why it is used? Suppose you want to skip some part of a loop. If you want to skip some part of a loop, in that case continuous statement is used. Let us see one scenario. Say while, and here I'll write a condition of a while. There are some statements, say statement 1, say statement 2, statement 3, and here I'll specify a condition using if, and here I'll write continue word or continue keyword, and again there are some statements, say statement 4, say statement 5. Okay, now here what happened? When my loop condition evaluates to true, this 3 statement get executed. Okay, and if this condition of if is evaluated to true, it will continue from the beginning of a loop. This 4 and 5 statement will be skipped. It will again start from the beginning. Okay, it will again start from the beginning, and this particular part will be what? Skipped. So suppose you want to skip particular part of a loop, in that case you will use continue. Definitely continue will be used conditionally. If you use continue unconditionally, then definitely the part which appears after the continue statement will always skip. So it should be a conditional statement. Okay, so basically what break statement does, break statement will break your loop forcefully, whereas continuous statement will skip some of this part of your loop and start from the beginning. Okay, so let us see one example of this. So what I want to do, I want to add n numbers. I want to add n positive number. Okay, I want to add n positive numbers, means user will enter a number, say user enter 5, then user enter 3, then user enter -2, then user enter 10. So what my program should do, it will add only 5, 3 and 10. This part or negative number should be what? Should be skipped. Okay, so what I have to do? I have to accept a number, then I have to check whether it is positive or negative. If my number is positive, then I allow my program to execute a code, and if my number is negative, I'll skip the part of that code. Okay, and I want to perform this process how many times? I want to perform this process n times. So let us write it in a code block. So here I already wrote a program. As you can see here, we are accepting the limit from user, and I kept it in variable n. Then I is required for the number of iteration, means how many times I want to perform this operation. Okay, I want to perform this n times. So for counting I need I, and then I want to store the result in some variable. So that's why I declared some variable and I initialize it with 0. Why I initialize it with 0? Because I want to use current value of sum, and then I want to add the number to it, and again the result gets stored in same variable, that is in sum variable, and this x will hold a number. Okay, see here, this is our what? This is our x. This is our x. So my number will be in variable x, and I want to perform this process n number of times. So to count that number of times, I need variable I. Now as you can see here, look at carefully. we started with a for loop. We initialize our I with 1. Then we are going to increment the value till n, and here I plus plus is written. Okay, let me delete this extra semicolon. Okay, then we are prompting the user to enter the number, and we collect it in variable x. And if it is negative, then what we are saying? We are saying continue. So continue means what? It will goes again at the beginning of your loop. Where it goes? It goes at the beginning of a loop. Okay, and this part, sum is equal to sum plus x, this part will be what? Skipped. But if my number is positive, then it directly come here. Okay, so let us run this program. See, suppose I entered limit as 3, means it should accept 3 number from me. Okay, I entered 10, then I entered minus 20, then I entered 5. See, it accepts 3 numbers, exactly 3 numbers. And which numbers get added? Those which are positive, that is 10 plus 5 is done only. Okay, negative number is what? Skipped. Because here we wrote that if my number is negative, I am saying that continue. So continue will again continue from the beginning of a loop. Okay, and this part will be skipped. Addition part will be skipped. Now suppose I want to do one more change here. If my number is negative, I want to take that value once again. So here how it works, if I enter limit 3, so it is considering negative number in count. Okay, means only 3 numbers get accepted. What I want now, if my number is negative, this value, okay, the second value should be re-entered because the entered value is what? Negative. So what we can do here, instead of incrementing I by 1 here, what will I do? I'll increment it here. So due to this what happens? If my number is negative, then again it will go at this point, but my I will never be incremented. I will remain on the same position, or I value will be same. Okay, it will never incremented, and one more iteration will execute it. So let us run this. So I entered limit 3, I entered first value as 10, I enter second value as minus 5. Now third value is 20. Okay, again it is prompting me to enter a value. So I entered minus 9, again it will prompt me to enter a value, say 20. See, so total how many positive value I entered? I entered 3 positive value, 10 plus 20 plus 20, that is 50. Okay, so here how my loop works, for negative value it will accept, or it will continue with the same iteration. Okay, and for this negative value also it will execute once again, because I incremented I plus plus after this continue, not here. If I put this code I plus plus here, it is always going to be incremented. So I hope you got this, and you got a difference between break statement and continue statement. Okay, now whenever necessary we are definitely going to use the continue statement. So thank you.